Hello, hello, Jeff Helvin here with Ballen Brands. Today I'm going to show you how to create, edit, and complete a task in Infusionsoft. So there's a few different ways to handle this. The first thing to note is that a task is assigned to an actual contact in the system. So in this case, I'm going to locate a particular contact, let's say Tom Jones, and I can see that Tom Jones is pulled up here, and I have a lot of quick edit icons that are down here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on this tasks icon, and I'm going to simply click add task. So I'm going to give it a title, follow up with Tom. I'm going to give it a due date. We'll make it today so we can see that. What type of task it is, this actually allows you to set whether it's an email that you're sending them, you're going to make a phone call, whether it's an appointment or a letter. You don't have to set that, it's not required, so we just simply leave that in most cases. You can actually give it a priority as well, so let's say you have 4 tasks due on the same day and you want to make sure this one gets done first. You can set it as critical, otherwise they're all by default set as non-essential. And then you give yourself a description. So reach out to Tom, or give Tom a call and follow up on our last discussion, for example. Okay. So here I'm going to go ahead and save that, and now you'll see that it's here. Now we can complete the task the same way by simply going to Tom Jones, looking him up, clicking on the task icon, and clicking on the task itself. We'll pull up this little pop-up window and allows us to do a number of functions here. So here it shows you who created it, who it's attached to, in this case Tom Jones, who created it, what the description was, and the action date. Now the completion date, where some people make a mistake, is they put in an actual completion date of when you want it to be completed. Completion date actually is what marks it complete. So if you give it a completion date even in 3 days of the future, into the future, it's actually going to show up as a completed task and not show back up on your list. So this isn't used the way I think some people might take it. This literally is a completion date for when the task is actually finished. This is how you mark it complete in this instance. So here it has the notes and it shows who it's actually assigned to in order to do it. Up here is where it has additional details like whether or not it was a call or so forth, what priority it had, and when you want to start it. So you could actually start it on a particular day for recurring and things of that nature, but otherwise the action date is what dictates where it's showing up on your calendar. You can also notify someone. So let's just say I wanted to notify Sabrina in this case. When I create this task, I can actually hit save and it'll notify her that this task has been created. Because I could also assign one to her, so maybe I want to notify her because I gave it to her. We can send individual notifications, which just means it won't show up as a CC in case we want to keep a little more privacy of how many people are getting that notification. And you can also set up a pop-up reminder, which is really cool. Now you do have to be logged in to Infusionsoft in order for the pop-up reminder to work, but you could set it up to where 1 hour prior to what time I have it set, you want it to pop open so that it's a reminder to go complete that task. The other thing that we can do is these notifications based on completion date. If I have Sabrina selected and I complete this task, it'll actually send her a notification that it's been completed as well. Of course, from here I also have the options to delete it, save, and create a new one, convert it to an appointment, or accept the task, which basically just kind of notifies whoever assigned the task that you're on it. We don't use those functions a lot, the accept a task and the pop-up reminders. You might find that those, unless you're really integrated into the system, those types of things get a little cluttered and are a little hard to manage in some cases, depending on how many tasks that you're actually doing in the system. The other way to access the tasks is by going to the My Day section, which is actually the way that I prefer to do it. This simply allows you to see what tasks are due today. So it's not just going into a contact record and see what tasks are set up, but this is actually an instance where I go and I look at what I am responsible for today. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and click on the Follow Up with Tom task that I had created. And this will appear automatically. If I log in tomorrow and had a task for tomorrow, of course it'll show up tomorrow and not today. But this gives me a quick edit screen here where I can actually click the edit icon and change some details. Now in some cases, if I follow up with Tom and he didn't answer the phone, Instead of completing this task and then actually setting a new task to call him again tomorrow because he didn't answer today, I might actually just edit the due date on this, maybe make a note, give Tom a call and follow our last discussion. I can add a note here that says called and left a message, and then I can just edit this task to show up tomorrow instead and hit save so that it comes back on my list tomorrow. Now if I did reach Tom today, then I simply am just going to check this box and I don't have to do anything else. I literally check the box and that's it. This task is complete, and when I go to my dashboard and then I go back to my day, you'll actually see that it no longer appears because it's only going to show the tasks that are due today that are not completed. So in this other sample task here, like I was just suggesting, I could actually set this up to be tomorrow. Maybe I left him a message. Let's see, Tom left a message, did not answer, left a voicemail asking him to call me. So I can add a note and simply save that note. So that's now there. Then I can also, here, I want it to be the same one. I want it to be the same message. So I'm just going to mark it for tomorrow and hit save, and you'll see that it disappears and shows, well, I should say reassigns and shows that it's due tomorrow. Opportunities is another way. That's a separate video that I'll go over, but they work similar to tasks. It's just whether or not you're using the opportunities and pipeline stages in Infusionsoft, which is an add-on piece to Infusionsoft. So if you have any questions on that, you can certainly reach out and talk to me about the best way to interact with the system and manage tasks. We've been doing this for quite some time, and we love to help our customers, and we love Infusionsoft. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can email us at team@ballenbrands.com, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.